What would you do if the very earth beneath your feet was being destroyed, threatening not just your livelihood, but the future of generations to come? Wangari Maathai, armed with nothing more than determination and a vision, stood up against environmental devastation and oppressive systems. She became a beacon of hope, but her journey was fraught with battles at every step. This is the story of a woman who planted trees and grew a revolution. Welcome to Echoes of the Creed. Born in 1940 in Nyeri, Kenya, Wangari Maathai grew up surrounded by the lush forests of the Central Highlands. But as colonial policies expanded, these lands were stripped bare, replaced by cash crops that enriched a few but impoverished many. Women, the backbone of Kenyan communities, bore the brunt of this destruction. With resources depleted, they walked miles for firewood and water. Wangari knew something was wrong. Why were her people suffering in a land that once provided for them? This question would haunt her as she pursued her education, ultimately earning a scholarship to study in the United States. There, she saw a world where nature and progress coexisted, a stark contrast to the Kenya she left behind. Returning to Kenya in the 1970s, Wangari was no longer just a curious child. She was a visionary ready to act. She realized that to combat environmental destruction, she needed to empower the very women who felt its effects most deeply. In 1977, she founded the Green Belt movement, mobilizing women to plant trees. It started small, but each tree planted was a step towards reclaiming their land and dignity. The movement spread, and by the 1980s, millions of trees had been planted. Wangari's vision was taking root, but not everyone was happy about it. Kenya's government, led by authoritarian regimes, viewed Wangari's activism as a threat. Her efforts to protect public land from corrupt officials and developers often put her in direct conflict with powerful interests. She was arrested multiple times, beaten and publicly ridiculed. But Wangari's resolve never wavered. For every tree that was cut, she inspired communities to plant 10 more. Her courage became a rallying cry for environmental and social justice, not just in Kenya, but across Africa. By the 1990s, the world began to notice Wangari's work. Her message was simple yet profound. When we take care of the earth takes care of us. She received numerous awards, culminating in 2004 when she became the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize. The award wasn't just a recognition of her efforts. It was a victory for every woman, every community, and every tree she fought for. But Wangari's work is far from over. Today, the world faces an even greater challenge: the pressing need to restore and protect our planet's fragile ecosystems. Her story reminds us that the fight for our planet requires collective action and unwavering determination. Her movement lives on in the millions of trees she inspired people to plant and in the activists who continue her fight. Wangari Maathai didn't just plant trees, she planted hope, resilience, and a vision for a better future. Her story challenges us to ask, what seeds are we planting today for tomorrow's world? If Wangari's journey has inspired you, join us in keeping her legacy alive. Plant a tree, take action. Share this story, and don't forget to subscribe to Echoes of the Creed for more incredible tales of courage and change. Together, we can make a difference. Live with purpose. Join the Creed.